What's good, G-Life? It's your boy, MC Shadow, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. Highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. It don't cost nothing. You know, you help me get into the algorithm. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Man in Society, M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. The name of the channel is Man in Society, M.O.D. That's where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. Now, I've been falling a little bit behind, right, on all the emails, right, because I just get a gang, right, you know, and answering people's questions, right, so, you know, Certified, you know, got me a list right here of questions, you know, people were asking, and, you know, for me to answer, so that's what we're going to do today, right. And starting off with number one, it says, if I have watched the video from an OG from Northside Pasas who's been hating on Lefty, Gunplay, Rowdy Rags, and Swifty, calling them out, he's from... Okay, yeah. I seen the video, right? He's an older cat, and, you know, he's calling them out, right? And, you know, to tap in with him, and he calls himself the king of, you know, the SGV, right? Yeah, so I seen it, right? But what's my thoughts on it? Overall, individuals are allowed to feel however they want, right? Homie's entitled to feel how he feels, right? If he doesn't like them guys for whatever reason, that's his pedo. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not him. He's not me. So I can't say, you know. But he's entitled to feel how he wants about any individual, right? If he doesn't like them, he doesn't like them. He doesn't have to like them, right? Now, overall, how do I view the matter, right? Now, I think it is disrespectful, you know, to, especially if you're an older homie, right, coming on the internet and putting it out there, right? Like, putting the business out there, right? Like, if you're with the business... And if you're, you know, properly, if you have the proper clecha, like if you know how to carry yourself, right? Like how older homies are supposed, how homies are supposed to carry themselves in general, right? This is not the way, right? Because everything, you know, you dislike about these individuals, you are now doing by putting it all out there on the internet, right? Insulting individuals, you know, talking shit or talking down on them, trying to start pedos, you know, for essentially for the world to see, right? When homies don't carry themselves like that. If you have an issue with an homie, you already know how homies, you know, could get a hold of these homies, right? Like, you know how to communicate and network, right? You know how to really tap in with individuals. If an individual really has a problem with a homie, like if it's real issues, real, you know, homie issues, it's not going to be on the internet. It's not going to be thrown on the internet. They're not going to get called out through the internet. If somebody really has an issue with the homeboy, they know how the situation gets handled and how it's going to get handled. It's going to get handled behind the scenes. Phone calls will be made, and, you know, it's not going to be put out there on the internet, bro. That is not the way homies carry themselves. And that's not what's going to happen, you know? You know, so to say that, you know, homies need to tap in with him, you know, and stuff like that, you know, nobody is, you know, going to do that on the internet, right? Especially, you know, people are entitled to feel how they want to feel, right? But claiming to be the kings of certain areas is also strange behavior, right? You know, because it's something homies don't do, right? Because it could offend a lot of, you know, important people in high places, right? It's probably things that and stuff that shouldn't be said, right? But like I said, everyone's entitled to carry themselves how they want, right? But as in, like, that's not how homies are gonna carry themselves and what they're gonna do, right? Especially you're an older homie, right? And, you know, he's in Arizona, so, I mean, like, for them to tap in with him, like, I don't understand why they would do that, right? Like, or why they would need to do that, right? Because, like I said, if it was, you know, actual street-related stuff, it's not going to be put out there on the internet, bro. It's just not. And individuals are not going to be insulted like that on the internet off the bat, bro. Homies just don't carry themselves like that, and that's just not how stuff is handled, you know? Now, if you want attention, if you want publicity, if you want, you know, views, that is how you get them. If you come on here and you start insulting people, you start dissing them, you start pedos, yes, you're going to get a lot of people's attention and you're going to rack up numbers, right? You're going to rack up views. Facts. You know, people don't like it. They think it's dumb. They think it's chisme. They think whatever they want. But people love it. People like to watch it, and people are gonna watch it, and it's gonna bring a gang of views and a gang of big audience, right? So that's the only reason why it's done, right? So, you know, to be insulting individuals now to get some kind of, you know, publicity angle, in my opinion, is just not righteous, you know, to do, right? It's just, you know, that's something a real older homie's not gonna do, right? like you're gonna put down somebody now just to bring yourself some type of recognition. It's just strange behavior, because like I said, real older homies just don't carry themselves like that, right? As a matter of fact, before I even seen that video, a lot of homies were telling me about that video, and a lot of homies, weren't saying, the best things about, this individual and how he's carrying the situation, right? And that's coming from actual other real sureños, right? So, I mean, it just doesn't line up with the program, right? Like, now, to the audience, to people that don't gangbang, yeah, they're going to think that that's gangsta and that's, how homies, handle business. But in all true reality, homies don't handle business like that, right? It's not going to be thrown out there. It's not going to be aired out like that, right? It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? So overall, my personal opinion, yeah, that just kind of like is disrespectful, is inappropriate, and it's just not righteous, right? But like I said, to however each person wants to handle themselves, that's their pedo, and they're entitled to it, right? Just it's best to like watch how we move, right? Because it could come and bite us in the ass, right? But like I said, you reap what you sow, no? Now, the second one is that if I have seen Blue Devil. Oh wait, what? Okay, or what's? How do I feel about? Okay. So how do I feel about Lefty, Gunplay, and Hater World and other homies dissing the norteños, right, or the north side, right? Instead of pushing unity for the raza, instead of wanting unity for our raza. Now, I don't believe so much that they're pushing hatred on the norteños or that they hate the norteños, right? Look, everyone is gonna feel how they're gonna feel, right? There's homies that are gonna be like whatever about it. There's homies gonna be cool with it. There's other homies that are not gonna like it. Everyone is gonna feel how they're gonna feel, right? Each person is gonna have their side, right, and what they represent and the choices they already made, right? It's not so much I feel like they're dissing the Northerners, right? It's just that they're just falling in line with what they know and what they represent. You know what I mean? Because they don't have to mess with the North if they don't want to, right? The decision's on them, right? And like I said, bro, it's not even so much that maybe like they diss them, right, or they dislike them, but they just don't want to mess with them because they ride with their team, right? So it is what it is, right? So I think it's so much that the people misconstrue what they say, right, or antagonize them in order to get them to say stuff a certain way, right, that it comes off, coming out like, that they're hating or throwing shade, right? But who knows, bro? Like, if they, I mean, I heard Lefty say, that, hell yeah, I'm hating on it. So, I mean, he said it already. So, like, that's how he feels, and that's how he feels. At least he's telling you, he's being honest. He's not trying to fake the front or, like, trying to play you. He's telling you what it is and how he feels, bro. And I can only respect the man being honest, right? Now, if an individual is doing, like, how could I say, like throwing subliminals and stuff like that, then I can respect that, right? You either, hey, if you dislike them, just say it, bro. Stop playing with the bullshit, right? But like I said, these individuals say that they don't mess with them. So, I mean, they're being honest, bro. And I think maybe people dislike their honesty, but you can't be mad when somebody's coming up to you straight up, straightforward, and telling you what it is, bro. Now, you may not like that. You may not respect that, but you can't be mad at that, bro, because at least they're being straightforward instead of trying to, like, play you, you know what I mean, out of pocket. So, I can only respect their honesty, bro, because at least they're being honest. Right? Instead of someone that's, lying and faking, right? Because you can't respect the fakery and fuckery, bro. You just can't. Even though on YouTube it happens a lot, right? A lot of people show a lot of respect to people that fucking lie all the time. It's wild, So there's people, that want lies to be able to be, for people to be able to tell them and be okay with it. And that's just a world that should never happen, bro. People shouldn't be okay with lies ever, right? So at least they're being straightforward, right? Now, they were never pushing for unity or coming together. Some individuals are not looking to do that. Not everybody's in it for peace and unity. Some people are just don't give a fuck about that. Some people just are in it for themselves, bro, and that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Like, not everyone is trying to, unite. Even though you hear them, it's all about the raza and brown pride. Yeah, bro, but they're just talking about their inner bubble, though. And a lot of people talk about their inner bubble, right? Because there's a lot of people that are raza that people wouldn't, accept, right? There's pedophiles that are raza, there's murderers that are raza, there's child molesters that are people going to accept them because they're brown? No, right? So people pick and choose who they accept into their raza talk, right? And even when it comes to, different Latin countries too. Like I said, this whole push for the raza, but people really don't know what the unity of raza is, right? Everyone has their different version of what they think the uniting raza is. Some think that it's just Mexicans. So that already lets you know the dysfunction of this whole talk of raza unity, right? Unity is whatever you make it. Like if you are comfortable with, other people, right? And if you're embracing them and whatever, then that's unity to you, right? It starts with each and every one. It's not, unity is not like looking to make everyone united at once, right? But to get everyone on board at the same time is going to be like impossible, right? And it starts with each and every one, doing it on their own, right? Like that's unity for you, right? Because you found peace now with the other group and yada, yada, right? So unity exists for you. It's real for you, right? Because that's what you see and that's what you're doing. So to say that it doesn't exist or people are pushing for it, then if you're looking for, everyone else, then you're just looking to belong to the herd, right? So you're not really seeking to unite, right? You're seeking to belong, so there's a difference. So, with individuals, if that's what you want to do, then push for it, right? You don't need everyone else to jump on board, right? Like they'll come around when they come around. So that's just how it is with them individuals, right? So people can't be mad. Now, I did hear like a hater world say, well, that the northern channels, complain about that there's no unity and there's no love. But there's no northern channels though, you know what I mean? No disrespect to those other channels, but they're not northerners. They're not. Maybe they used to be northerners, but used to and, still is two completely different things. Because if you were to have actual norteños that have actual channels, I guarantee you they probably would feel like how Blue Devil and Lefty Gunplay speak. And a lot of them do. Like these other norteño rappers, feel some type of way still and still, throw little jabs here and there themselves. I mean, in their raps, they say the word, they diss the suit a lot in their rap. I should know. I react to it. So their music disses the homies a lot. Like there's hardly any songs where homies diss them, but there's a lot of songs where they're dissing us. So, to say that they don't feel the same way is not true either, right? So if they actually had channels, you actually would see them have the same type of energy that these individuals do, right? And I can only call it for how it is, right? So that's, that's my thoughts on that one. And this other one is Vinny. They call me Vinny. I'm from Concord, New Hampshire. Shout out Concord, New Hampshire. Right, I stumbled onto your channel by mistake. Enjoy your content. But it seems that my channel is everywhere. What exactly is my angle, my channel? What exactly am I trying to do? Like, am I still trying to be gangster or prevent gangbanging or what exactly? I just don't understand. Now, overall, my channel basically has no angle to it. I'm not here to make a movement or make a push of, some kind of, activist and stuff like that. I'm merely here I'm asked questions and I answer them. I speak my mind and I give my opinions. I'm not looking for people to jump on, on board with me, or I'm not looking for people to side with me. I'm not looking for people to agree with me. I'm not looking for people to band together, and I'm not looking for that. I'm simply giving my opinions and speaking my mind right here, right? That's all I do, right? Hate it or love it, take it or leave it, you know what I mean? I could only be honest right here, give my opinions and speak my mind. That's merely what I do here, right? But, like, I'm not looking for people to, side with me or disagree with me or, for people's approval. I could only speak my mind and give my opinions. So that's pretty much what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, if you have any more questions, go ahead and, leave them in the comments or email me. I'm, glad to answer them if I can. And, what do you guys think? Leave your opinions in the comments. If Shadow, we out.